So today I'm going to try to make the most epic mural on this wall. I was trying to figure out what my next video would be about. I just couldn't seem to land on the right idea. And month after month I'd be inspired, but then uninspired. Then suddenly it hit me. I jam okay. So in this video I'm going to design the most epic mural using my favorite childhood cartoons from the 80s and 90s and mesh them with the cartoons and animations I love watching today. But first we're gonna have to start moving some of this stuff. Oh, check this out, my nerds. This is a commission I'm doing of Ronda Rousey. That table was heavy as heck. I almost threw out my back. Now these Marvel prints are a must for any Marvel fan, which I happen to be. This art is done by none other than the boss, Alex Ross. Now that all the heavy lifting is done, it's time to do some painting. So there's only 2 rules in Paint Club. Number 1, there is no Paint Club. And number 2, don't forget to shake the paint, eh? Now get on out of here, you jabroni. And shake that paint. Okay, let's open an ice-cold can of paint. Oh yeah! So this is just some average wall paint you get at your local hardware store. You just ask them to make the color you want and boom, it's done. Okay, it's time to paint the wall. So I'm using a 4-inch trim roller to paint my wall. It gives it that extra smoothness. Of course, if you're covering a bigger space of wall, you're going to want to use a bigger roller to save you some time, but the space I was covering was pretty small, so I can get away with it. So now it's time to sketch our design for our mural and make our vision a reality. Let's do it! When sketching out my ideas, I use a simple composition book. You also notice that I'm using a ballpoint pen. I like starting with a blue pen and then finalizing all of my favorite ideas with black. Now that my preliminary sketch is done, I'm going to take all my favorite characters from that and do the final drawing. So now let's get our handy dandy sketchbook out. It's time to draw our final pencils. And after drawing for 2 hours, my pencils are finally complete. We go from this to this. Oh yeah! Now it's time for the ultra smooth lines. So when I'm doing my ink work, I want to make sure that I'm doing smooth one-stroke lines. And if you need thicker lines, just go over it again. Let me get my signature on this bad boy and we're off to the races. Now that the inking's all done, let me show you what we're going to be painting.
We interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
Alright guys, so here's the deal. Most of the time, I'm taking on all the art challenges. But this time, you'll be the ones being challenged. So what's the challenge? I thought you'd never ask. It's super easy, but here's the deal. It flies by really quickly. So, are you ready? Here we go. The first 200 people to subscribe to this video, list all the characters in this drawing correctly in the comment section below, will be entered for a chance to win a free 16-pack of Posca water-based markers. Sponsored by yo boy, MADCATT'S.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
So with the artwork done, it's time to transfer the drawing to the wall. Now a lot of people like to use grids. Some artists will use a projector, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I've done enough murals to feel comfortable with a free hand and a piece of chalk. And I'm not looking for immense detail here. What I'm looking for is placement. Because as I'm sure you've noticed, the wall that I'm painting this mural on is stuccoed, which makes it very difficult to draw precise details. We'll worry about the details when we get to the painting stage. And with the image sketched on the wall, it's time to paint our mural. Let's go! The next step is painting white on all your characters. Here I'm using a basic flat white acrylic base paint. Now you may be wondering why I'm using white first, instead of going straight to color. Acrylic paint tends to be translucent, so if I start using different colors straight away without a white base, you'll start to see that teal show through, and sometimes you want that effect, but in this case we don't. Another thing to mention, I'm leaving some spaces unpainted. This is called negative space. As we start using different colors, I'll explain why I do this. But it is very crucial, and I'll explain why in a moment. For now, let me show you where we're at in the mural. You can see all the characters have been painted white. You can also see the distinction between them due to the negative space I've allowed. And with all the boring stuff out of the way, it's time to make some chimichangas with paint. Oh my god, it's your cosmic reason for being here. Shall we? This is gonna be fun. I'm so excited! Cue the music.